First of all, I'd like to welcome you on this beautiful Southwest Arkansas morning to the University of Arkansas Community College at Hope. I wish it were just a few degrees warmer and a little less windy, but we'll as usual down in Southwest Arkansas, we'll take what's been dealt us and move forward in a positive way. It's such a beautiful day to have all you here, and it's such a tremendous pleasure for me to stand here and look across this crowd and see so many of our faculty, staff, students, community supporters, state supporters, and as well as, to a certain degree, national supporters of the college and what we do here. It's especially pleasing to me today to have Aaron Black and his beautiful wife Karen with us today. Aaron is the Executive Director of the Arkansas Tobacco Settlement Commission, and in just a few moments you'll hear me talk about how important our relationship has been with him and his commission, and you'll also get to hear him talk about the work that commission is doing to better the lives of all our Kansans, not just those of us that are here in Southwest Arkansas. Aaron and I go quite a distance back, and I think both of us are kind of a little bit tickled that we're here together today in this capacity to celebrate this achievement by UACCH and our community and our partners. But in just a little bit of a history lesson for the students that are here from Beryl Henry, we couldn't get by without a little history. About 2 years ago, a group of faculty and staff here at UACCH started to working on a vision that they had for this path, UACCH's path to better health, a community walking trail. And what they did is they came together and collectively they submitted a grant to the Tobacco Settlement Commission Community Health Grant Fund, and a few months later they were notified by Mr. Black that they had received a grant for $44,000. That is the absolute foundation of this project. Without that grant, we quite simply could not have gotten off the ground. But then that's when this project took a whole different light, and it became what I think of as the perfect symbol of the power of partnershiping harnessed together to move and make communities a better place. It's because of those partnerships that we were able to take this walking trail and turn it into something even more special. Now, I don't normally talk from notes. Most of y'all that know me know that, but there are so many partners from such a diverse grouping that I had to have notes to make sure I didn't miss anyone. And you're going to hear and you're going to see that why this may be just a walking trail to some, but at the same time why it is such a perfect example of when people come together, and I'm talking about national foundations to state agencies, to local business, to national business, to community activists. When these groups come together, that we can do anything that we set our minds to. First and foremost, as I've already said, the Arkansas Tobacco Settlement Commission has been a wonderful partner in this project. Harris Architecture, who's here today and who has been responsible for the design work of so many of the beautiful buildings you see on our campus, donated the design work on this trail. And I think that is evident that we had some professionals do it in the beauty of its design. The Horace Cave Foundation recognized the value of this for Southwest Arkansas and contributed funds to its success. As usual and as always, Pafford EMS stood forward, and if you want to see the contribution they made, just drive out here at night and you'll see how beautiful the lighting is on this trail. Thanks to Pafford EMS and the dedicated family of the Paffords for their continued support of this and so many projects on our campus. B&R Building Supplies, and those guys are here today, they were kind enough to donate the building materials that actually provided a real bridge for the Bridge to the Future at UACCH, and we're so thankful for that. If it weren't for their contribution, this would not only be a walking trail, but it'd be partially swimming, at least in the wet season in Southwest Arkansas. CMC Joist and Deck, you can't see it right now, but as I described it earlier, it may be the second piece of artwork that we have on campus. We all dedicated our piece of artwork not too long ago over in front of the library complex, but if you'll look on the back of the sign, you'll see the beautiful work of CMC Joist and Deck and how much it adds to just the sign. It turns our sign into a piece of artwork, I believe. Hope Builders Depot has been tremendous in donating a lot of the landscaping material and labor, and we really appreciate Hope Builders Depot for often stepping forward at the last minute's notice to help us pull this together. CMC Steel Products, has been very helpful to us. And actually at CMC Steel Products, you know me, I'm from Hope, so I get it's just CMC to me. So CMC Steel Products is actually who donated the sign. CMC Joyce gave you the metal that connected all the stuff that B&R gave us to get across the creek. So we really appreciate CMC in all its forms for all the hard work that they do for us here and the commitment they've had with UACCH. And a new company and a new partner for UACCH, and that's Creek Cast Products. These beautiful benches that you see stationed around the track, and parts of them, and some of our local families that I'm going to talk about in just a second, as well as this one. And the support that they gave us was absolutely pivotal in us finishing up the design work here. That's an example of the state, national, and local business partnerships that we have. But this project also touches the very heart of our community in the sense that we've had families that have been committed to UACCH in Southwest Arkansas for decades and generations step forward and provide the benches. Their names are signified on the benches, but I do believe that it's well worth in this forum to talk about how they chose this as a spot to at least leave a mark for the college and for their family. The Odom family donated a bench in memory of Piper West, a former student of UACCH. The Rogers family, in honor of Pod and Annette Rogers. The Harris family, who donated one in memory of Dr. Lynn and Margaret Harris. The Henley family, in honor of Perry Sr. and Margaret Henley. The Lowe family, in honor of Dr. William and Betty Lowe. And the Rowe family, in honor of J.W. Rowe and Janice Rowe. We are so thankful to these partners for taking part in helping us make this walking trail a possibility. To me, through the partnerships that we have and what those partnerships allowed us to achieve, this walking trail stands as direct evidence of UACCH's commitment to Southwest Arkansas. It's an example that UACCH is not only committed to expanding opportunities through education, but it's also an example that UACCH is committed to improving the lives of our residents through good health. Now, with all this celebration, I'd like to encourage you to have this stand as a symbol to you of what we are all capable of when we work together, and say that this is not a finishing line, just like the Hempstead Hall will not be a finishing line, but it stands as a symbol of what we can, working together, partnering together, can continue to do to make sure that Southwest Arkansas and UACCH, for that matter, all of us collectively as communities and all of us as citizens can do to continue to prosper. I really think that today, as we were talking about some of the issues in the stock market earlier, that today is more important than ever that we stay connected to a community and realize that education and our education of our entire community, both old and young, both traditional and non-traditional, is the most important vital tool that we're going to have to cross that bridge to a brighter future, a continued brighter future, not just for Southwest Arkansas, but for Arkansas and the nation combined. I look forward, I feel blessed to be a part of this college. I feel blessed to be a part of this project, to be here with you today. But most important, I look forward to walking on this trail with Penny and Alan. Thank y'all so much for making this happen. At this time, I'd like to welcome the Executive Director of the Arkansas Tobacco Settlement Commission, Mr. Aaron Black. Aaron. Thank you.